Huh? What's this all about? Isn't that Ms. Hinkle's junk press?
No, that's the junk press from my trawler. You need to help me fix it.
Yeah, but it looks exactly like Ms. Hinkle's junk press from the tutorial in Part 1.
So what? Who's going to notice? Those who played Part 1 don't even need a tutorial.
Yeah, but I bet they're gonna play it through anyway, because they just can't get enough of me. Count me out. I'm definitely not gonna suffer through this whole tutorial thing again. I mean, it was stupid enough the first time around.
Ah, come on. A little repetition can't hurt.
Then how do you explain this blister? That is where I burned myself.
You never...
Au contraire.
Do you now? So, do you remember how to use the interface?
Yes, of course.
Go ahead.
No prompting.
You've forgotten everything, right?
No, I have.
Then why don't you stop?
Will you stop yet?
You know...
How That's Bozo. The old... real...
That's... I also... Not so fast. We haven't gotten that far yet.
Well... They came out of nowhere. With their cruisers, plasma weapons, and mechanical beards. Organized. They took our village by force. They left nothing behind but tears and devastation. They were looking for gold and Elysium, the girl that fell from the sky. And only one person was prepared to save her. He woke her up, contacted her fiancé, and took her to the lower Ascension station, only to learn the shocking truth once he got there. Cletus, Gold's fiancé, wasn't acting out of love. He had an agreement with Ulysses, the mysterious leader of the Organon, and Argus, his right hand. They needed the Ascension codes, hidden away in Gold's brain implant, and they wanted to erase her memory. They wanted to make sure no Elysian would ever know that our world is inhabited. For their goal was terrible beyond imagination. They wanted to blow up our world. But they had failed to reckon with the One. He swapped the cartridges. And he restored Gold's memory so that she could bear the truth to Elysium. The name of this one man, this selfless hero, was Rufus. Da 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 da. Bop bop bop.
That wasn't the whole story, was it?
That was the first part. I think it's going to be a trilogy.
Sounds a bit unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievably cool.
But if it really all happened like that, shouldn't I be on my way to Elysium with Cletus? So what are you doing here? Where is Cletus? Why am I unable to remember any of this? And forgive me for asking, but why is there a burning saw blade stuck in the side of the ship?
Oh, that. Oh, well, I was about to get to that part. So listen up. Da 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 dun 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 dum.
You're being pathetic, again about accurate bacteria. Cafeteria in the fridge, it's getting boring. But packing bags due to dirty socks I threw to lampshades, rim borders on Aladon's gone. Didn't I explicate it? Are you still not persuaded? There's grass growing on your tympanic membrane. Remember Deponia, self-sacrifices, and oh gosh, now I have to start all over again.
Huzzah, all over again.
Trash. Trash. And more trash.
Isn't it adorable?
Yeah, sure. Hard to imagine I ever wanted to leave here.
Ah, Rufus. This is the lad I was telling you about.
What? Him? From what you told me, I had imagined a smart young man, not a filthy bum.
There's more to him than meets the eye. When I first met him, Rufus was still a... How shall I put this?
Just say it. I was a self-indulgent slob, but I'm steadily improving.
That's right. Right now, for example, he is helping Bozo to get the trawler shipshape.
So I am. I was going to ask you whether I can borrow your hammer.
No problem. You can take it from my toolbox over there.
Thanks, Doc. You're the best.
I still don't know, really. Something just doesn't seem right about that boy.
But Grandma Utz, whatever are you talking about?
Did he even wash his hands?
Of course he did. Rufus is very clean.
That's good. I have a very limited supply of water. I just don't like it when people snoop around and invade my...
But Grandma, Rufus isn't a peeping Tom.
May I interrupt for a moment?
Of course. Did you find the hammer?
Well, not exactly.
It's in my tool chest. You're welcome to take it, as long as you promise not to wreak havoc.
Not me. May I interrupt for a moment?
Of course. Did you find the hammer?
Well,
It's your as long.
not... May I interrupt for a moment?
Of course. Did you? Your as
Not...
Didn't you tell me that he suffers from an exaggerated opinion of himself?
Those days are over. Rufus has learned a lot. He is much more careful than before.
I hope your young friend doesn't get too close to my John Thomas. The poor thing is so small and fragile.
Don't worry. The Rufus I know loves animals. He wouldn't harm the pretty little head of yours, John Thomas.
And you're sure he won't do anything to my John Thomas?
100%.
Rufus seems like a brutal thug to me.
Rufus? Brutal? Never.
Aren't you worried he might steal something?
I trust him completely.
Didn't you tell me that he suffers from an exaggerated opinion of himself?
Those days are over. Rufus has learned that he is much more careful than...
I just hope he doesn't turn my whole house upside down.
He's just getting a hammer. How much damage could he possibly do?
Will you promise me that he won't try to knock me out with a blunt instrument to steal my things?
Not Rufus. When I met him, he may have been a bit crude, but at heart, he's a very...
Can a person really change so much?
It's very simple. Once burned, twice, and Rufus has burned his fingers more than once. He has learned.
And are you sure he knows what he looked to me as though he's too stupid?
Appearances are deceiving. Rufus is a tinkerer. He is perfectly familiar with every type of machine.
And he really won't do anything foolish?
Think first, then act. That is his new motto.
All I'm saying is that he seems...
Your fears are completely... Rufus has become very careful.
What if he suddenly blows a fuse?
Believe me, those days are over.
And if he has to use the toilet, then
Of course, Grandma.
it's just that I have heart...
He's just getting a hammer.
I'm sure he'll get the rug.
Rufus is a very clean.
He looked to me.
Don't be ridiculous.
What if he suddenly blows a fuse?
Believe me, those days are over.
I'm sure he'll...
Rufus, don't be...
So he's more careful than he used to.
Yes, he's finally started learning.
And are you sure he looked to me as though he's too stupid?
Appearances are deceiving. Rufus is perfect.